Hello again and welcome to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is it then, the third and final race from Suzuka of round one. It's reverse grid. So this is it. We've got Thor in pole position. We've got Robertson in second. Imala in third. Drummer in fourth. Tom in fifth. Ginger sixth. Seabroad in seventh. Tino in eighth. Hamza in ninth. And King Monster in 10th. So there it is. Let's get this final race and this final round concluded. And let's get it going. So Thor then, be interesting to see the newcomer, how he gets on here with leading them off. Revs are up now, and when he stalled it, and oh my goodness, it's a terrible start from Thor, and I think there was two jump starts actually, and away to go, and Drummer's gone through the middle, so two cars have had a jump start, Robertson and Thor I think it was, with two terrible starts, and I think even Imala might have also got tagged up in that though, but Ginger don't care. He's pulled away into the lead, so he's on it, is Ginger. Little gap, the jump started, stalled the cars, couldn't get them going, and the others just flew past either side of them and down the middle. So Ginger it is. Then Drummer, King Monster is already up to third place, courtesy of that mistakes on the starting grid, and he's up through into second place, then past Robertson. Hamza trying to follow him through. Hamza in fourth, but doesn't get through. But he's trying to go with King Monster, isn't he, Hamza and Robertson? Where's he gone? And he's dropped all the way back to 7th now, Robertson, so I made a bit of a mistake there. I'm not sure what happened there. I just got nudged out of the way, I think, a little bit. So Hamza then through to third, and a little battle here between Drummer and Seabroad. I think Seabroad's got through to fourth, he does. So gets past. This is hectic already, isn't it? A minute in, or half a lap in, and my goodness, I'm losing my breath already. Hamza having a look at King Monster, and this battle's going on, and well, there's no love lost, is there, between these two from the shenanigans from race two, and Seabroad, and again Hamza just pushing too hard. Seabroad takes advantage of it, gets himself up to third place then. King Monster obviously chasing down Ginger, and then right behind Hamza who's Drummer, and then right behind him is Tino, and then Robertson. So a huge train of cars coming through round that left-hander into the chicane. Steady round here, boys, as we go back to the leader just to see. Yeah, Ginger's fine, he's through. King's there. It looked like it was all pretty clean through there actually, so good racing. Seabroad now with a drag race with Hamza. Down that start or finish, Hamza's surely going to have a little bit more in that Aston Martin, although that Suzuka is pretty quick. But no, he does get there, does Hamza. There he goes, up the inside, good move at turn one. So third place, and he is determined to stick with King Monster, isn't he? Doesn't want to let him get away. It's all to do with Ginger now to see if he can hold him off, but it's not really close to Ginger at the moment, is he, King Monster? But then we're 2 minutes into this race. Seabroad then certainly fancies it, doesn't he, by the looks of it here, with the soft tyres on. Drummer chasing him down in fifth. See if he can stay on the track this race. Had a big incident in race two, as you probably see. He's way out there on the grass as Seabroad just run a little bit wide there on the exit, but it's fine. Drummer then, he's going to have a look at Seabroad, isn't he? But not quite up there far enough. Could get a good exit out of here. Maybe he can get into the back of Seabroad, but there's a little battle here between these three, and Tino, Robertson, Tom for 6th, 7th, 8th place. 3 cars going down around this sweeping right-hander now. It's going to be on the brakes for this left-hander now. Tino gets there, but he runs wide to Tino, and he's going to lose 2 spots. And he does, there they are, and goes through Robertson and Tom. So Tino will drop back in behind him, and sitting there in 8th place. And then we got Imala who had a poor start. I think he was another one who had a bit of a false start, either that or he's got a lot of scuffs on the back of that car, so he'd been hit big time as Imala. Someone's gone off, there's no passing. Oh, and who's that? And that was Tom, and Tom, who was fighting, he must have got a bit caught up in that little fight he was having with, I think it was Tino and Robertson. Something must have happened, but he's lost it, and again a few scuffs on the front of his, but anyway, Thor down there in 10th, so it was our pole man, wasn't he? And I think he's just getting used to everything, isn't he? So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, keeping it clean anyway, not really getting involved in anything, but they're in 10th place. So let's have a quick look at that battle to see if Ginger's still ahead of King Monster. He is, and he's still got fairly comfortable lead, hasn't he? So can Ginger see this one out? 5 minutes in. Long way to go, of course, still, but if he can keep it clean, there's no reason why he can't win this one. But of course, King Monster, who's going to be... Oh, did he run wide there, Ginger? No, maybe not. King Monster, of course, is going to be looking for 3 out of 3, isn't he? And it looks like he might be gaining on Ginger, actually. Hamza, though, still sticking with King. So it could come down to the top 3 having a little battle as we get midway through this race. Drummer just pulled off the back now of Hamza, isn't he? And he's coming into the clutches of Seabroad. And Robertson is not far behind either. And what Robertson really needs to do is try and get ahead of Seabroad if he can, and this could be his opportunity. Get himself in between Seabroad and his teammate, and then he can cover, so to speak, for his teammate. And he pulls out, he's going to have a look, but no, he's not going to make it through there. Got to be further up if you're going to make it through there. But did think about it, had a look, didn't he? So Seabroad then, 5th place, Robertson in 6th, and then Tino not far behind them in 7th. So start and finish line, start lap 4. Cracking racing, really enjoying this one tonight. Hope you are too, viewers. And remember, please check out all our social media platforms at the Ultimate Racing League, all on your normal ones, your Facebooks, etc., and everything you need to know on there about the group. Come join us if you really fancy it. And that's a big penalty from Tino, so 1.5 second penalty, so I'm not sure how he got that. He must have really cut a corner somewhere to get that, unless it's a combination of a couple but added together. But unfortunately for him, he has got quite a big gap behind him to Imala, so he might be able to just scrub that off without actually losing the position. But the trouble is, he's also going to be losing the distance in front of him, isn't he? So he's not getting rid of any of it, is he? He's going to have to get rid of it before the end of the lap, which I'm sure he knows. Keep an eye on that one. Imala then in 8th. Probably kicking himself there. Didn't catch the incident, but clearly someone's tagged him up the back there with all them scuffs. As I say, I think he stalled it. And there's another one with a load of scuffs, but that's a completely different incident, I think, Tom. And then Thor, as we see at the back there, still enjoying it, I suppose. Oh, and King Monster, there's been a change, so King has got to the lead. And Hamza's got through as well, and what's happened to Ginger? He's had it off because he's all the way back to 4th, because Drummer's got through as well, and he's at it again. So King Monster then, he is looking for 3 out of 3. But he's battling here with Hamza, and then Drummer 3rd with Ginger there, so definitely had an off there. Or a penalty. Yeah, it could be a penalty because his car looks pretty clean, but either way, he's lost 3 places from 1st to 4th in a heartbeat. But back at the front then, here we go again, folks, and Hamza is really determined to get a win and get one over on King, I think. King, of course. He just wants the hat-trick, doesn't he? If he can, his points is going to be leading his championship for sure after round one. I'm going to stick with these because there's not much else going on behind him at the moment. Everything's quite settled back there, and Hamza again just outbreaking himself a little bit, so he's got to try and get back up to the back of King Monster again, but King Monster's going to be a tough proposition to pass, as we've seen. And like his car livery says, Power Max, and that's certainly what he's doing tonight, isn't he? Completely maxing that Aston Martin out. Can't get anything more out of that engine. The pistons are literally coming out the engine. He's pushing so hard tonight, so the old engineers might have to have a little bit of a work to do on the engine in that car. Oh, and he's on him now, and here we go. This is maybe the opportunity down here. Another little lock up from Hamza. Just needs to sit behind him now. We're only 10 minutes in. We've got 5 minutes left of this third and final race, and if he can get himself close to King Monster by the time he gets to the end of this straight, could get an opportunity, but he's not going to be close enough as they start lap 6. No, so still goes on, and King Monster looked like he was just goes a bit wide, and he did go wide, didn't he? For a second there I thought he went out onto the grass. He sort of disappeared out of view, and then he reappeared, but yeah, he certainly went wide there. Did lose a little bit of time. Hamza though looking quick through the S's, and now Drummer's come into play, so Drummer's now joined them. So he's certainly picked up a little bit of pace into these last few moments, and maybe he's coming here to spoil the party. Who knows? Oh, slides it round now, steady. Keeps it on now, again, just a little bit late on the brakes and slid it round there now. Ginger has got back. Oh no, he hasn't got back, has he? He's been attacked by Robertson. Actually, I was going to say he got back to 4th, but he was in 4th. He dropped down to 4th, didn't he? And Robertson now, he's under pressure from him, and he's going to be looking. There's a couple of battles going on. We've got this one and the one at the sharp end. They look pretty close too, and I'm going to go back to them in a second, but just give these boys a bit of air time. And Robertson then, and Ginger. Now he's going to pull out now, Robertson, isn't he? And he's going to come up the side. Ginger, has he got enough in that BMW? And squeezing a little bit from Ginger, but it's all fair. That's fine, it's just the line he takes, and now, but he's not far enough up again. That's the break early, Robertson, because he's not far enough up there, so loses a little bit of time through that. So let's go back up to that top and see how we're doing. And well, it's pretty much the same, but it is definitely 3 cars in the mix now, because Drummer, well, I don't think King Monster is going to lose this now, is he? It looks like the Corvette has just got a little bit too much for all the cars out there, including the Aston Martin of Hamza. The tyres are beginning to wear down, so they've had their best days. I think Hamza had his opportunity earlier, didn't he, and couldn't take it. They'll fight to the end, of course, but I'm not sure those tyres are going to fight to the end, are they? Just going to be a little bit more slidey and right on cue as he goes off there, and he could lose a position to Drummer. And there you are. That's what I thought. Start pushing on worn tyres and ain't going to happen. But everyone's in the same boat as well. Drummer, I mean, not too bad, about the same really, but maybe he fancies it. So now Drummer going at this. This probably is going to be the final lap. Actually, it will be. So Drummer then fancies the win. So Drummer is going to try attacking King Monster. So now King Monster's got someone else to worry about. Done well, Drummer, to get himself up through to second place here. Has he got enough in that BMW to launch the attack on King? Well, he's got good drive out of there as Drummer. Now he's in a perfect position to stick behind him, and at the last moment, again, King just defending to the left. So he's defending that line, not allowing Drummer through. So we're on the final lap, into the final couple of corners, and I think King's going to get 3 out of 3 here tonight. And he is, as they come round that final bend. And Hamza, is he going to get second? No, he isn't. So King Monster, the hat-trick of wins, well done. Drummer second, Hamza third. Good racing up there, boys. Robertson, great fourth for Robertson. And then Ginger in fifth after a promising start. 6th place for Tino. He's got to get rid of that penalty though. Well, there's not much of it left, is there? But should have got rid of it here. Sue Broad actually gets 6th off of him because of that. Imala then. And he's going to still got a penalty as well. But fortunately, no one behind him close enough for that to affect his position. So Tino drops to 7th. Imala 8th. Tom is going to come round in 9th. There he is. And then Thor, who's still quite a long way back, is going to get in 10th position. It's all a learning experience for him, isn't it? And he will improve, there's no doubt about that. It's not a very easy track if you're new to the group and to the racing. This is not the easiest track to kind of get used to and for it to work round, but nevertheless, still 10th place, still points, so it's better than nothing as he comes across the line now. So there's your round 1, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch me again soon for round 2, and yeah, I'll see you then.